Good morning. Out here in the garden where I should be. And I wanted to show you guys the raspberry patch this year. Check the amount of berries coming in. Last year we had a decent crop. This patch is 3 years old and it produced well for us last year, but this year is something entirely different. So many clusters. This patch all came from about, can't remember exactly, but I'd say like 7 or 9 plants that I got from a buddy of mine who got them from his brother years ago. So we weren't sure the variety. As you can see here, we extended this bramble patch another 4 feet or so out, and all these new shoots are coming up, and you can tell that they are the floricane variety because there's no fruit on this first year growth. So your floricane variety fruits on its second year growth, as opposed to your primocane, which fruits and flowers on the first year growth. And you can see, even getting deep into the patch a little bit here, you can see last year's growth are these woody stems. There. As opposed to these fresh green shoots that are coming up. And so these are next year's crop. Very important that you don't cut those. They need to overwinter, whereas these woody canes we will cut down in the fall after harvesting from them. And a good way to do that, I've learned in these last couple of years, is to get out here with a pair of shears and drop low. And as you can see, when you get down low, you can really tell the difference in growth. So you have this year's growth, last year's growth. So you can really thin out your patches here and make sure that they are producing as much as they can for you. And this patch is just off of the chicken run here. These guys, or these gals rather, are already out for the day searching for grubs and bugs. And morning, mama. So this patch wasn't actually fenced off initially. And when we extended the mini orchard and we connected both the mini orchard, which is over here, to the vegetable garden, which is behind that rabbit greenhouse, we locked this patch in as well, just because it gave us a nice square. But before that happened, this saw a lot of deer traffic, and it really was a good test run to see what it would do and how it would produce exposed to the wildlife like that up here in the North Woods. And they definitely trimmed it down, especially these newer shoots, which again is what you want to overwinter, because that's your crop next year. But they would only go about, an arm's reach in, about as much as they could reach with their neck, kind of stepping close to the patch here. So I have lately been considering slowly expanding these brambles around the entire garden and mini orchard as some kind of edible fencing, which in my opinion would be very aesthetically pleasing, and you can never have too many raspberries, really. And as you can tell, again, this is its third year, and how dense it is in there and how well they are producing. As long as it was at least 3 feet wide, I think we'd be okay. And then we'd basically just mow right up to it. So any new growth, if we wanted to leave it, we could. Otherwise, you just mow it down.